Hey there, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, this is Living in the Ozarks. And on this channel, we go over everything you would ever need to know whenever it comes to living in or moving to the Ozarks, and more specifically today, the Northwest Arkansas area. So in today's video, we are going to go over the 10 things that you absolutely must know before you make the move to Northwest Arkansas. So if you want to know what those are, then stay tuned. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Chris Moutry, and I am with the Agent Plus real estate team right here in Northwest Arkansas and Southwest Missouri. So if this is your first time to the channel and you guys want to stay up to date on all the videos that we are doing, showing you what it's like to live and to move to these areas here, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well as the bell. That way you're notified every time we put out a new video. We drop videos every single week showing you what it's like I said, to live and to move to these different areas. And now we are licensed real estate agents in the states of Arkansas and Missouri. So as much as we love making these videos for you, we would love even more to help you accomplish your real estate goals. Of course, we can't do that unless you reach out to us though. So if you are thinking about making the move here, be sure to give us a call or shoot us a text. You can send us an email if you prefer to contact us that way. However you guys want to reach out, go ahead and reach out, and we'd absolutely love to help you make the move here. With all that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this video where today we're going to be talking about the 10 things you must know before making the move to Northwest Arkansas. All right, so number one. Now, these are not going to be in any particular order, just where I wrote them down. But number one is going to be Northwest Arkansas, in my opinion, is completely different from the rest of the state of Arkansas. I know there's a lot of stereotypes and a lot of different things that are said about Arkansas or Arkansas or anything else where people kind of poke fun of the state. But if you've never been here, until you get here, you really will be amazed of what it's actually like here. And I do think that Northwest Arkansas is almost like its own little different area here in Arkansas. So if you've never been here before, it's kind of hard to explain. We have these beautiful lakes. Obviously, we have the Ozark Mountains. We're actually the mountain biking capital of the world. So, Walmart's here. So there's all kinds of good things that go along. Obviously, with having places such as Walmart, with all the money that is pumped in here. You also have places such as Tyson's Foods, different logistic and trucking companies that are headquarters here. There's just a ton of really cool stuff that makes this place a really great place to not only live, but to also come to visit too. So there is a lot of good things going on here in Northwest Arkansas, and it's actually almost every year ranked in the top places to actually live in the country. So just want to put that as number one, is going to be that Northwest Arkansas is almost completely different than the whole rest of the state of Arkansas. All right, so number 9 is going to be the location of Northwest Arkansas. And what I mean by that is it's pretty centrally located to where you can do a lot of things and get to a lot of different places fairly easily and quickly, to take different trips and road trips, or, jump on a flight and go to the beach or anything like that. So for instance, you're only 5.5 hours to Dallas, Texas. You're also under 4.5 hours to Kansas City. And then you're only 2 hours to places such as Branson, Missouri, where you can go and check out Silver Dollar City and the Whitewaters there, the Whitewaters Water Park, and all the other tourist stuff that is going on there. And then you're only 12 hours to the beach in Destin, Florida. So that's what I mean whenever I'm talking about the great location here in Northwest Arkansas. You know, it's in a place that's already beautiful within itself in this Northwest Arkansas area, but then you're also so close to where you can go ahead and, you know, hop in the car, take a road trip, and enjoy all of these other things. All right, so number 8 has to be just cyclist and mountain biking. And what I mean by that is Northwest Arkansas is actually the mountain biking capital of the world. I don't know who you know claimed that or gave us that actual title, but it is everywhere, and it's a very well-known fact that the mountain biking scene here is very huge. So there's something like over 200 miles of hard and soft surface trails for biking, also hiking and walking, all the other stuff. And that's going to be for all experience levels too. There's actually different trails. You know, they have the Oz Trail. There's just a ton of different trails that you can come here and take advantage of. And you can even hop in on the northern part of Northwest Arkansas, which is Bella Vista. And you can take that all the way down south to Fayetteville, Arkansas, where the University of Arkansas is, and enjoy all the fun stuff that's going on there too. So if you are someone who enjoys biking, mountain biking, even just walking trails and doing all that type of fun stuff, this is definitely a huge area for that. There's always, you know, every single year there's different big, you know, bike organizations that come down here and put on, you know, the different bike races for mountain biking, all this really fun stuff. So if that's something that you enjoy doing, I can honestly tell you, you're not going to find a better place than Northwest Arkansas. All right, so number 7 is going to be the traffic. Now, I catch a lot of flack on this channel from me complaining about the traffic here, and in my opinion, which is fine, you know, all the comments are always welcome, but in my opinion, it's all about the perspective of where you have come from. So I grew up about an hour away from here in Joplin, Missouri, where it was a 50,000 person town, and that was the biggest town in the entire metro. Obviously, you can tell that I'm from a small area because I'm calling them towns and not cities. That's just the verbiage that we've always used. But growing up in that smaller city, you know, I could get to one side of the city to the other in like 10 minutes, and that's if we did have traffic, which we never did. But in Northwest Arkansas, there definitely is more traffic than that. So obviously, if you're coming from somewhere like New York, Chicago, even Los Angeles, or some other big areas, you know, you're probably gonna laugh at me that I even think that we have bad traffic here, but you can definitely get caught in some traffic jams here. The one thing is that we are expanding so fast that, you know, well, we are growing so fast that we have to expand all of these different road systems. So a lot of the traffic is actually in the road construction work areas where, you know, they're narrow, or they're trying to widen these lanes, these freeway lanes. But there is some other places too, such as exit 85. If you get in there during rush time, it's just a pain to get out of. Also coming down through Bella Vista, trying to get to like Bentonville or following the highway there. They are working on the big Bella Vista bypass, so that takes a long time. You kind of bottleneck there, and you can definitely be stuck there for a good 30 to 45 minutes, if not more, depending on what's going on. But for the most part, the traffic honestly isn't that bad, but there is times, and like I said, if you come from somewhere that's a smaller area with hardly any kind of traffic at all, like me, then I would say that you're more than likely going to think that there's really bad traffic here. All right, so number 6 is going to be craft beer. So if you are someone who enjoys a good craft beer and trying different types of beers out, and this is a really cool place for that too. So a lot of people don't know this, but there's actually like 15 or 16 or 17, something like that, individual craft breweries here in Northwest Arkansas. So if that's your type of thing and that's something that you enjoy doing, then there's actually, it's called like the beer run or something like that. I guess that's something that I ought to know if I'm talking about it, but it does have a certain name. But it's where you can go through and they give you you can start it in downtown Fayetteville, and they give you an actual ticket to press and to stamp stuff on, and you can go to all of these different breweries and try their beers. And and it's not just right there in Fayetteville. It goes from Fayetteville, you know, there's some in Bentonville all the way to Eureka Springs. So it definitely is a really cool thing that, you know, maybe you and the guys or you and all your friends take the weekend and go and try that out. And then I believe that you get some type of a prize if you complete all of them and bring that ticket stub back. But that's a pretty cool area here. In Bentonville, you have the Bentonville Bentonville Brewing Company, where you can actually go in there and they will give you a tour and show you how they make the different beers here. There's something like 100 taps or something like that. They have cornhole out there, you know, they have like a stage, food trucks, tons of stuff that you can enjoy if that's the type of scene that you are into and you enjoy doing. So if you didn't know, we definitely have a lot of craft breweries here, and if that's something you enjoy, this would be a great place for you to come and check out. All right, so number five is going to be that everyone here loves the Razorbacks. So you might be asking yourself, like, what is the Razorbacks? So the University of Arkansas is in Fayetteville here, and the University of Arkansas, their mascot is the Arkansas Razorbacks. Love them or hate them, it's something you're going to have to get used to here. You're always going to be hearing about the Razorbacks. If they're bad, then they're going to be talking about it. If they're good, you know, it's just in the culture of Northwest Arkansas, obviously. Me personally, I can't say that I'm so much a Razorback fan. I grew up in Missouri, so I wasn't pushed into the Razorback culture. I would say I'm coming around to them somewhat, but my wife has definitely converted to a Razorback fan, so we have some conflict there on certain games. But all joking aside, it is definitely something that is a huge part of this area. So if you didn't know that, you know, the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville, that the Razorback was the mascot, you're gonna be driving through here and you're gonna be seeing hogs and pigs and all these different like kind of like statues and sculptures in people's yards and all of this other stuff like that. And that's just because everyone here truly supports and loves the Arkansas Razorbacks. But even if you're not a big fan of the Razorbacks in particular, but you just enjoy going with your family or with the boys and going out and enjoying you know, these different types of sporting events, this is definitely a really cool place for that. We have one of the top college baseball teams in the whole entire country almost every single year. The Arkansas basketball team has been getting better and better every single year, and if you are a big football fan, you can go down there and tailgate for the entire day before the actual game, and it's all down the main streets there in Fayetteville. It's a really cool and fun time, and it's definitely something, like I said, even if you're not a Razorback fan, you can still go enjoy it and take advantage of just another really cool thing that we have here in Northwest Arkansas. All right, so number 4 is going to be that people around here are very, very active for the most part. A lot of the stereotypes is that Arkansas, everyone's fat and the slobs. I mean, we've all heard it. Here in Northwest Arkansas, I can tell you right now that cannot be further from the truth. Like I said, with all the mountain biking, the hiking trails, just all these different things that you can do here, everyone, I mean, obviously not everyone, but a big majority of the population here is very active. You're always going to see families out, you know, walking their dog, you know, adults and kids riding the bikes around, you know, families taking walks. You're always going to see people out and active. There's all kinds of events every single weekend in the warmer months, such as farmers markets, First Fridays. There's just a ton of stuff that you can always take advantage of here, and it gets people very, very active. So if you are an active person and you enjoy that kind of motivation, then I would say this is a really good place for you. If you're someone that doesn't enjoy that, I've known people who, you know, they just can't stand it, and if that is you, then, you know, then I would say you might want to look at, you know, not so much a different area, but just not in the inner city areas and all this other stuff, because people here are very active, and you're always going to see people out and about throughout any day here whenever the weather permits it. All right, so number 3 is going to be, this one's a really quick one, but it's going to be know how to pronounce Arkansas. I know it seems simple, but a lot of you would not believe how many people come here and call it Arkansas. People here are extremely nice. At least that's been my experience ever since I've been here. People here are very friendly for the most part and are very nice. But the one way to irritate some people is if you start calling it Arkansas or saying it in some type of a accent that's not very friendly. So I would definitely say just know how to pronounce Arkansas before you get here and not call it Arkansas. And now number 2 is going to be the Ozark Forest. So obviously I'm sure you are aware that we are right, that the Ozark Forest is all around us here in Northwest Arkansas. It's a beautiful area, so if you're someone who likes to hunt, to fish, to go hiking and biking like we were talking about, this is a great place for that. Any kind of outdoor activity can definitely be done here, and the Ozark Forest just adds to that. Now the one thing that I do get asked a lot about is, you know, bears here. I can tell you right now, for the most part, if you are someone that stays in these cities, you are never going to see a bear more than likely. There has been instances where they have came into the cities, such as like Fayetteville and stuff, but that is so uncommon and so rare that it's hardly, I can say almost with 99% certainty that if you live here and you're not going out into the woods, that you're never going to encounter a bear, obviously. Now, if you are someone who likes to go out, you know, and hunt and fish, me and my family enjoy that very much. But if that is you, then I would say obviously just make sure you are taking precautions to where you have some safety in place in case you do come across a bear. I mean, I've never came across any a bear or anything like that. The one big thing here is that we do have a lot of snakes. You know, we have rattlesnakes, we have copperhead. There's a lot of poisonous snakes here. Once again, if you are in these cities and not going out into the wilderness and into the Ozark forest and these different areas, for the most part, you're never going to encounter anything like that. But if you are someone who does do that, then once again, make sure you are just taking steps to make sure that you and your family are staying safe. Things such as snake boots are pretty much a must here if you are planning on going out and venturing out into the wilderness here in the Ozark forest. All right, so that brings us to number one, and obviously Northwest Arkansas, number one has to be Walmart. So if you were not already aware, Walmart is headquartered here. This is where the first Walmart was. This is where Sam Walton opened his first store down on the Bentonville Square. The museum's there now. You can actually go and check all of that out whenever you are here. You can go and tour it. The whole Bentonville Square there, for that matter, is just a really cool area on the weekends. There's bike shops, there's food places, there's food trucks. There's a ton of stuff that you can go and do down there. But the culture of Northwest Arkansas definitely has to go along with Walmart. And whether you like them or not, whenever it comes to, you know, the big corporations, all the other stuff, they do, you know, donate a lot of money to different foundations here. And obviously all the tax money that comes off of that makes for really good school districts here. And I would say that the good outweighs the bad by quite a bit here. That obviously just going to depend on what your actual thoughts are on it. So no matter what side that you land on, Walmart definitely does benefit the area in the economics and the other things like that. But it's just something that I would be aware of, is that you're definitely going to hear all about Walmart here, and you are going to see a Walmart almost at every single corner, it seems like now. And now, after knowing these 10 things and you still want to come here and make Northwest Arkansas your home, me and my family do, and we absolutely love it. It's a gorgeous, beautiful, and fun place to be here and be a part of. But if you are making the move here, then go ahead and give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. That way we can help you make the move here and make the transition as seamless and as fun as possible too. You know, we love making these videos for you, but we would love even more to help you accomplish your real estate goals here. And of course, if you have not already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well as the bell. That way you're notified every single time we put out a new video. We drop new videos every single week showing you what it's like to live here in Northwest Arkansas as well as the Southwest Missouri area. So if you're thinking about making the move to either of those areas, like I said, feel free to reach out to us, call, text, email, however you prefer, and we would love to help you out. And until the next time, there should be some more videos popping up here now showing you even more of what it's like to live and to move to these different areas. So go ahead and click one of those now and check them out so that you know even more about what it's like here. And until the next time, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and we'll see you on the next one.